time. It is also. You're wearing a sweatshirt. Nice.
I know.
I was gonna say
this off, man.
It is summertime now.
Yeah,
too.
we're in June, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Here we go. What are we doing? TeaDB. That's right. Hi.
Yeah.
Hello, people. Episode 370.
Not our other show on rare books.
Right.
Yeah. The 7th edition.
Rare books. RBDB.
RBDB.
Sorry. Okay. We have some movie today.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and get going. James, would you like to explain a little bit about what we're having, sir?
Yeah, so this is one of those samples that I had queued up for an episode, and the pandemic happened, and so my memory is a little loose on this, but I Googled it before Denny came, or at least right before we started filming. This one's from the Cha Tong, so thank you to the people over at the Cha Tong for sending. It's a Wui Oolong. It's 15 years old, actually.
Oh, really?
So it's a Tieluohan.
Great.
So excited to try it. I mean, it's a blind try for me. I don't know that I've tried any teas from the Cha Tong, but comes in this little packet. And yeah, we just ate some food here, so excited to chase it with some tea.
Totally. And just doing a Gaiwan. James, with these oolongs, do you have a preference in terms of vessel Gaiwan versus?
I generally use a Gaiwan these days, or a Shibo. I haven't brewed in clay, but I think it's one of those teas that, either one works pretty well. Mm-hmm. One nice thing about a Gaiwan is you get really clear access to the leaves, and so you can see them real well.
Right.
You can smell it. You can see how your brew is going. These tend to be very sensitive brews. A little bit of extra time can make a pretty big difference. Wow.
Smells great.
Nice aroma for sure coming off.
Yeah, a little fruity, a little tobacco-y. A little roasty. Well, a lot roasty. And here we go. I eyeballed the leaf quantity.
Yeah.
For these twisted oolongs, especially these wuis, I feel like they can tolerate quite a bit. So I tend to kind of, do a third of the Gaiwan full at the bottom. Mm-hmm. If I had to estimate. And I'd probably guess that's I don't know. This looks like a 140.
It's 120.
So okay. So
close.
It's probably 5 grams or something like that. I don't know. Anyway.
Sure. Yeah.
Looks incredible. Really,
yeah.
Really clear.
Yeah.
Especially
Very
for the age.
good clarity. Yeah. Orangish.
We're doing the high pour so we don't.
Yep.
Overheat too fast. Not sure what happened.
And Denny, do you drink these Wui Oolongs very often?
They're actually I'd say they're in my. I probably drink them more than I would Rotweer by myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't keep up with James.
Is that Yunnan calling? No, they're on hold.
Call them back.
Yeah. The administrator of the Yunnan regional prison in Longhai County.
Oh, man.
He's got me on speed dial.
God.
Just in case,
Making enemies.
Yeah. Got a couple parole officers over here too,
Yeah. Cheers. I'm going to say something after this. Very charcoal. I was going to say, for them to find out how offensive we are, they have to commit to a lot of watching us be idiots.
Yeah. If we get banned from China, I would actually be like, that's actually kind of impressive.
Yeah,
you guys did some deep cuts over there. Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I don't want to go home, but hats off to you.
What do you think?
Yeah, the roast is strong. I mean, it says on the packet full roast, so that usually means the roast is pretty strong.
Yep.
But I like it. It's a nice after lunch brew. I mean, after lunch, I'm usually not looking for something too delicate and nice. So having something that's really roasty and a little heavier, I think fits the sort of good time of day for me.
Totally. Really pleasant.
Yeah.
Maybe just a small hint of kind of a oaty starchiness a little bit. For the most part though, yeah. Kind of acorny, nutty.
Yeah.
Charcoal. Beautiful color. Mm-hmm. Really clean too. Yeah. Good material, and really quite dark. I mean, to your point.
Oh yeah. Ooh, yeah. Those minerals really coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweeter smelling certainly than it's tasting. More fruity than it tastes too.
Yeah.
Always kind of an interesting part of these buoys. I'd say they're one of the most dissimilar smell to taste teas that I think we typically have.
And also they change fast too. It's just like steep to steep. It's like when you're getting like these really rich, I don't know, cherries and stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm licking some rock.
Right. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Cheers.
Numero dos. Cheers. I'm just getting like strong charcoal minerals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I'm on too. It's not terribly complex. We don't get a ton of like high notes from this buoy, but we get that really characteristic. Like this is pretty spot on if you're just looking for an example of buoy tea. This is not like a weird example or anything like that.
Right.
You have that rock taste right here.
Totally.
Yeah.
Kind of just a front of sweetness, but not very sweet at all. I'm gonna say that sweetness kind of tapers off pretty quickly. Yeah, like James said, just like a perfect example of the category.
Yeah.
Can you taste the age on it?
You know, not. I wouldn't have guessed 15. I mean, I could believe a little bit less than that for sure, but yeah, I mean, I'd say I don't taste a ton of age notes on it. But I'd imagine if this is 15 years old, the roast is probably pretty intense.
Right.
If we get a little closer to
Yeah.
that. Like probably undrinkably intense.
Right.
It's possible it's been re-roasted
I was
too.
gonna say.
I
just
didn't.
looking at the package.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder, because it does taste... I really don't get much of the roast at all. I'm sorry, of the age at all. Excuse me.
Yeah. But a very robust flavor profile, I'd say.
Really lovely. I mean, the sweetness is there. It's definitely, I think, in the kind of immediate front of it. Tasty. Mom test, what do you think?
Yeah, I'd say it passes. Maybe not with flying colors, but, you know, I'd say it passes.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a little bit... Given how strong the flavor is, I would expect it to be texturally a little bit thicker. I think it's a thin. It's kind of an interesting contrast. Yeah, quite tasty. I think you could probably use more leaf than I did.
I agree. Yeah.
Realistically.
Yeah.
To push this a little bit. I'm gonna let this hang out for a second, because these kind of teas, in general, I think tolerate. It's almost a disservice to the tea if I'm not getting enough leaf in there to really experience the amount of flavor that's possible here. I think that we're getting most of it though.
It tastes like a wood.
And yeah, this is absolutely a perfect post-food.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, this is actually, in all the episodes of TeaDB we've done, I think there is very few, maybe this is the first one we've done immediately after eating, literally.
Yeah.
What are your post-food brews usually? Or do you drink
ripe.
tea? Okay.
I mean, like ripe, just straight up. And it's been really hot in the area. We had like a heat wave come in.
Yeah.
And I was drinking tea at like 4 o'clock in the heat of it. For some reason, it's kind of like that that threshold where you get so hot, you sweat, and then you like cool
down
off so much.
Yeah.
And I was just feeling so hot, so I just heat my body up, boom, sweat, and then like a huge cup of ice water. So good. Yeah, very good. Pretty good leaf quality here.
Yeah.
And not super big leaves. It looks like some of these might have been a little bit crunched up potentially. Really quite dark still. Yeah, I really enjoyed these.
Yeah, really nice mouthfeel too.
Right.
I mean, I'd say this one is like not really very complex, but it hits a lot of the notes you want. So it's just very solid, and I don't say it's not complex as an insult necessarily.
No,
it's it just checks a lot of the boxes of what you are looking for as far as a Wooly Oolong.
Yeah, and there's a surprising amount of sweetness. It doesn't last very long at all, but I do feel like there's an interesting. It's not saccharine sweet, just kind of subtle, but it's still there. It's nice. Yeah, this is great. Probably kind of challenging to pick up. at this point.
Yeah. We are a little bit slow on it, but yeah, check out the Cha Tong. I literally do not know when they sent this to us. It was pre-pandemic, right when we started slowing down on episodes. So maybe 2020, maybe 2019.
Grab some. This is really good. I think this is going to pass the ultralight test, mom test. Really great example of the category.
Yeah.
Yeah, tasty. Tune in next time where we review
Cryptocurrency
Morty
and the 2001 Red Ribbon.
Rare books. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Cheers.
Later.